It says, God, Om, Apavitaraha means impure. When you wash away the impurities, our mistakes, errors, sins, and shortcomings, that's why you wash your hands. Pavitrava, I sip this holy water, may bless my body, mind, and intellect. Pavitra means purity. Purify my body, mind, and Sarva, all, bless all that has been put together, all those guarded, and so forth, for our ceremony. Sarva Bhastan Vidviva. May you bless this home, this place, grant us energy that we can fulfill our tasks and duty at hand. Though difficult, my Lord, we know you bless us from within. Sarva Bhastan Vidviva Smarita, Smarana means to remember, and even though I may have forgotten you, my Lord, yet you have never forgotten me, and you will never forget Redeemer. God, I praise your most glorious name. Welcome to our prayer. Right hand, all the way is this around. Om Sarva Bharam. Sarva means all encompassing. Papa means that which has disfavored God. We have words that we use like sins and mistakes and shortcomings and so forth. Sarva Papa Haran means to take away, to absolve, to remove. So you're saying, God, may you kindly wash away the sins of our most beloved. Today we offer him in purity to you. As you have lent us to him in absolute purity, we are giving him back in this regard. But you be the judge, my dear God. Om Sarva Bharan Divya Gange Yandirmalam Jalam Pajamargam Jaladanam Namaskaram Samarpayami. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Pundari Kaksha Mangalayatan Hari Shau Pujanam Namaskaram Samarpayami. Shau Pujanam Prati Grihatam. This is actually a puja. Shau means the departed one. Shau. So it's Shau Pujanam. Shau Pujanam Namaskaram Samarpayami. Pujan Prati Grihatam. Namaskaram Samarpayami. Namaskaram Prati Grihatam. Om Shri Mangalam Khanda Chandanam Bandhiti Nityam Sarva Papa Ganashanam. Mangalam Khanda Chandanam. Chanda means moon. It also means silver. It can also mean to shine. Mangalam Khanda Mangala means pure. The purity within us shines in the eyes of God. Mangalam Khanda Chandanam Bandhiti Nityam Sarva Papa Ganashanam. Khanda Chandanam Danam Namaskaram Samarpayami. Khanda Chandanam Danam Namaskaram Samarpayami. Mangalam Khanda Chandanam Danam Samarpayami. Om Shri Maladini Sugandhini. Mala means a garland. Maladini Sugandha. Gandha means sweet fragrant. Maladini anyway, it is of no concern to God. Prabhu, it means God. Maya Hratani Pujavita. It says, Lord, I am offering this garland, and I pray you judge me not by the scent and beauty of the flower. And God says, I don't judge you by what your hands bring to me. I judge you solely by what your heart brings to me. Maladini Sugandhini Malatya. Anyway, Prabhu, Maya Hratani Pujavita. Maya, the world sometimes judges you by physical, tangible things, but not Almighty God. Maya Hratani Pujavitatam Pushpani Pratigatatam. Pushpa means flower. Gandhadvara Dura Darshan Gandhakshtam Samarpayami. Gandhakshadanam Namaskaram. Namaskaram Pratigatatam. Namaskaram Samarpayami. Om Shri Yam Dwari Mahagode. Yam is the god of death. There's one god, we know that. In Hinduism, God takes the position of a functionary. So the sun, the function of God in the sun is called Surya Narayan. In the earth, God is called Prithvi. In Mars, God is called Mangal. In Venus, God is called Shukradev. In the fire, God is called Agni. And the god of death is called Yamraj. Yam. This is Yam Dwari, Mahagodi. Deepa. Deepa means light. That's where you get the word Deepavali. Deepa. Deepa Dhanam. I give this light, my dear Lord. Dwar means door. Yam Dware. And as the saying goes, we can take the horse to the well, but we cannot make him drink. You can take the child to the school, but you can make him or her learn. So too, we can only walk this soul, figuratively walk this soul, to the door of heaven. But to enter is not the priest, it's not the siblings, it's not the parents in this case. It's our karma, our individual karma. And that's what it boils down to, my friends. So we can walk and rejoice to the door of heaven. But to enter, you would create your own passport. You would create your own passport in karma. Om Shri Pujan Samarpiyami Yam Dwari Mahagori Deepakadadanam Samarpiyami. Om Shri Maladini Sugandhini Malacharini Vai Prabhu Prabhu Maya Hratani Pujagatatam Pushpani Pratigaratam Pushpadana Vitalate Samarpayami Pushpam Pratigaratam Om Shri Gandhadvara Duradarasham Gandhakshtam Samarpayami Gandhakshtadanam Pratigaratam Shri Yamdwari Mahagodi Deepakadadanam Namaskaram Samarpayami Yamdwari Mahagodi Deepakadadanam Pratigaratam Namaskaram Pratigaratam. मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरी हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरी मन ही मन शर्माऊं मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे. Maili means dirt, stained, contaminated. Chadar means covering. A covering is called a chadar. Chadar odha means the cover. And if you remember, the older women folk used to wear this head covering called ordani. That's where the word ordani comes from. Odha. Odha ke kaise. Kaise means how. The bhajan is saying, how can I come back to you, God? Having left the heavenly abode and taken this pretty, clean, pressed and bleached clothing. I look so wonderful, so pure and happy and innocent. And I left the heavens with a promise to you, my God, to do your will, your wish and your work. Having now arrived here, grown here, look what I have become. Dwara tumhari. Dwara means door, tumhari means you. I have now come at your door. I'm rapping on that door. I'm like a prodigal son. And dear God, I ask, mani hi man sharma. Sharma means happy. Man means mind. How can I now bring my mind to happiness, to a greater happiness? Mani hi man sharma. Maili chadar odh ke kaise द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरी. Oh my God, who else can I turn to, my God? In my times of distress, I turn to you. But oftentimes when I'm happy, I forget you, God. मन ही मन शर्माऊं tried so many things in this world, but I've not found true happiness yet. God, I want to believe that true happiness is at your feet, in your service, in fulfilling your will, your wish, and your work. I'm here, my Lord, to do just that. I have now evolved. I have now matured a little bit more, and I'm here to serve you, my Lord. My beloved friends, may I now ask you, those of you who can stand, please stand with us as we offer what is called Parikram, Rudradeva. चादर ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं, हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरी मन ही मन शर्माऊं, मेरी चादर ओढ़ के कैसे तूने मुझको जग में भेजा देकर निर्मल काया, आकर के संसार में मैंने इसको दाग लगाया। जन्म जन्म की मैली चादर, जन्म जन्म की मैली चादर, कैसे दाग छुड़ाऊं, मैली चादर ओढ़ से द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं, हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरी मन ही मन शर्माऊं, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे इन पैरों से चल कर तेरे मंदिर कभी न आया, जहाँ जहाँ हो पूजा तेरी कभी ना शीश झुकाया। हे हरिहर में हार के आया, अब क्या हार चढ़ाऊं, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारी आऊं, हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरी मन ही मन शर्माऊं, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे। Most beloved, I ask that you stand with me for a minute. We have over this rise. Individual Samvat means here. Pausha Mas is the month of Paush. Sri Krishna Paksha. Paksha means fortnight. Krishna is dark. Is the dark fortnight of the month. There are 2 fortnights. So it is the 10th day. Dashmi means it. Dashmi means 10. The 10th day of the dark fortnight in the month of Paush in the year 2020. Introduced to you, my Lord. Please accept him. Then Shri Chandrastite, the moon is presently positioned in a particular zodiacal belt called Tura Rashi. Rashi means zodiacal belt. Jivatma Shanti Kalyan, and we hope and pray that the powers that the graces of Almighty God, the Shakti, the energy of the Divine Spirit shall receive our most beloved. Namaskaram Sankalpam Kurya Pratam Pindu Paridanam. Namaskaram Samarpayami. Namaskaram Samarpayami. Pujanam Pratiyavita. Om idam Shri Pindu Paridanam Jalakaradanam Namaskaram Pratigadatam Jalakaradanam Pratigadatam Namaskaram Pindu Paridanam Jalakaradanam Samarpiyami Jivatma Shanti Paridanam Ruchudevanam Hidarte Pretasya Jivatma Shanti Paridanam. Deva, Chandra Putra, Sharamaputra, Jivatma, Shanti, Kalyan, Om, Pritasya, Rucha Deva, Mangalam, Bhagwan, Vishnu, Sri Krishnaye Namaha. आप लोग आसन आगे से I will take this opportunity, my friends, now invite immediate members of the family to do the needful. Someone will stand here with the flowers. Devan Mayu will come at the end, and the others will come this way. Do a needful here, and make a circle in the back. Right? Anybody? We can come as a family, it will be better. Mala, Danika, Indrani, Ari can join us, and Leila. ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान. आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान. Sometimes life seems to be so confusing. It's confuffling as we go along. Every breath and step we take is something to deal with. ज्ञान का सूरज है. Because सूरज means like a ray of light. ज्ञान means knowledge. May knowledge come like a ray of light and bless me, my Lord. Empower me. Make me the wiser. I can learn from a mistake and I can construct and define a greater tomorrow. I praise you, my dear Lord. ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान. आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान. ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान. अंधेरे में है हम इंसान. ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान. Thank you very much. भटक रहे हम राह दिखारे भगवन राह दिखारे. भटक रहे हम राह दिखारे भगवन राह दिखारे. कदम कदम पर किरण धिकारे भगवन किरण धिकारे. कदम कदम पर किरण धिकारे.
किरण धिकारे, इन्हीं अखियों को प्रभु करा दे, इन्हीं अखियों को प्रभु करा दे। ज्योति से पहचान, ज्योति से पहचान, आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान, ज्ञान का सूरज, that energy, that energy of knowledge, that greater wisdom. Chamaka means darkness, shadows. Takes away the darknesses of the mind. It illumines the mind. Seek knowledge, my friends. Seek that great knowledge. हम तो है संतान तिहारे, प्रभु संतान तिहारे। हम तो है संतान तिहारे, प्रभु संतान तिहारे। तेरी दया पर हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। तेरी दया पर हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया होए सुखी हमारी, दुनिया होए सुखी हमारी। ऐसा दे वरदान, ऐसा दे वरदान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। प्रेम से बोलो महाकृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। नमस्कार समर्पयामि, नमस्कार प्रतिगृह्णामि। Most beloved, we continue with family members doing Aarti and paying their tribute. In a very, very short time from now, I will ask all of you and those who would wish to do likewise, so to pay respects in one form, fashion, or way. That opportunity will soon come. And I really appreciate your blessings for the tribute. This bhajan says, "Ek din hame bhi jana hai." Ek din, eka means one, din means day. One day, jana will go from this world. Jump high, jump low, as we say in Canada. One day we will leave this world. Not only will we leave this world, my friends, but every single thing that you can possibly imagine. Sansar to Maya hai, that sansar, which can be imagined, will be left behind. Will be left behind. So we come alone, empty-handed, and we shall return empty-handed. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। खूब मौज कर दे का तमाशा, खूब मौज कर दे का तमाशा। खेलाने को खेल करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, फिर नहीं आना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका जग चला जाता है सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। कौड़ी कौड़ी करके जोड़ी, कौड़ी कौड़ी करके जोड़ी, बड़ा खजाना है, संग न जाई उसका साथी, संग न जाई उसका साथी, फिर पछताना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, रक्षा करो। रक्षा means protect. God, Mother God protects us. माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, कृपा करो। कृपा means of mercy and compassion. माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, रक्षा करो। माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, कृपा करो। ओ पहाड़ वाली, जोत वाली, ओ शेरा वाली, शक्तिशाली, माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, रक्षा करो। माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, कृपा करो। मन में लगन है, मन means the mind, लगन means happy. What really makes the mind happy? You see, happiness is subjective, very, very subjective. Some of us are happy to be here and to journey with the family, but we are sad now to give up our son forever. When we complete a house task or chore, we are happy. But the thief who jumps the wall and steals someone else's property, he's happy as well. So what is true happiness? You see, something that's subjective. But in a nutshell, my friends, true happiness really has some part to do with God, has something to do with God. If it's totally against the wishes of Almighty God, then, my friends, would not be true happiness. माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, रक्षा करो। माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, कृपा करो। ओ पहाड़ वाली, जूता वाली, ओ शेरा वाली, शक्तिशाली, माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, रक्षा करो। माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, कृपा करो। माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, रक्षा करो। माँ जय अम्बे माँ, जय दुर्गे माँ, कृपा बोलो महाविष्णु भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। My beloved friends, I join with you in taking a reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I read with you. I'll have it read. Avita. This is chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, verses 12 to 18.
In fact, there was never a time when I was not, or when you or these kings were not. Nor it is a fact that hereafter we shall all cease to be. Just as boyhood, youth, and old age are attributed to the soul through this body, even so it attains another body. The wise man does not get deluded about this. O son of Kunti, the contacts between the senses and their objects, which give rise to the feelings of heat and cold, pleasure and pain, etc., are transitory and fleeting. Therefore, Arjuna, endure them. Arjuna, the wise man to whom pain and pleasure are alike, and who is not tormented by these contacts, becomes eligible for immortality. The unreal has no existence, and the real never ceases to be. The reality of both has thus been perceived by the seers of truth. Know that alone to be imperishable, which pervades this universe, for no one has power to destroy this indestructible substance. All these bodies pertaining to the imperishable, indefinable, and eternal soul are spoken of as perishable. Therefore, Arjuna, fight. Both of them are ignorant. He who considers the soul to be capable of killing, and he who takes it as killed. For railing the soul neither kills nor is killed. The soul is never born, nor it ever dies, nor does it become on being born. For it is unborn, eternal, everlasting, and primeval. Even though the body is slain, the soul is not.
Verses 12 to 20 from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. My blessed friends, in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 5th verse, it says, Udhrit Atma Atmanam, na Atmanam Avasade. Udhrit, to lift. Atma means soul, it also refers to life. Atma Atmanam. So the word is repeated. God has given us such a wonderful opportunity, my friends. According to Hindu scripture, but this human body, Jiva Charachara Jachatatehi, Naraka Swarga Babarganiseni. Jiva means existence. Those who exist in a human body, Char. Char means to advance. Jiva Char. In Sanskrit, when you put these one of the vowels in front of some words, it takes an opposite meaning. So Jiva Char Achar. So Char means to advance, and Achar means to regress. You see, in this body, and only in the human body, we have a chance to either advance to heaven and God, or to go backward. Jiva Charachara Jachatatehi. Naraka. Naraka means hell. Swarga means heaven. Naraka Swarga Apavarga we say. We have that the cow doesn't, the bird doesn't have that chance, not yet. It's cycling, eventually it may. But we, human beings, such a wonderful opportunity. We are just, wow. God is just doing that. We just have to extend our hands a little bit, take one baby step, and God is going to run towards you, my friends, and embrace you. So there is Atma Atmanam. Take this opportunity, my friends, to lift yourself. Na Atmanam Abasade. If I continue, my friends, I see the rain is kind of drizzling. We do have some shelter, a standing room, of course, but you're welcome. You're welcome to join us in here. Whilst some are making their way in, I want to pay respects to the media for allowing us this level of privacy. Thank you. So my friends, the verse continues to say, the second line, Na Atmanam Abasade, Na Atmanam. Try not, make every effort to not allow this life, that which we know as life, our existence, our consciousness, Abasade, to fall, to bring ourselves down. And oftentimes we see that there's so many who are committing acts against the will and spirit of Almighty God. And it doesn't have to be expressed outwardly. It's not always expressed overtly. Too many times it's expressed inwardly. In hate, envy, jealousy. In Trinidad we have a word we use, bad mind sometimes. It's inward. But the smiles are there and the hugs are there. But inward, we are bringing ourselves down. And then we have this kind of, as a pundit of 33 years almost, people just feel they'll go and kneel before the altar, bow at the feet of God and say, God forgive me, and all will be forgiven. And then they repeat the same thing tomorrow. And then I go back to God and say, God forgive me, and I do the same thing again. As though we believe in a stupid God. That's not so, my friends. Mahatma Gandhi once said, we must be the change you want to see. If we want to change this universe, we must change the world. To change the world, we must change countries of the world. To change a country, we must change communities. To change a community, we must start at the household. It starts with you and I individually. Individually. To change this universe, it starts with you and I. You and I. My beloved, Udarit Atma Atmanam. Take this life to lift yourself. Set your goals and targets, aims and objectives, however you see short, medium, long term, and you go out there and achieve. And as you seek to achieve, my friends, do it with assiduousness, with a sense of duty, a sense of duty, a sense of purpose, good intent. And never forget the last ingredient, God. God. However you see that God. You know, as an epidemiologist, I look at statistics and numbers and so forth, and I oftentimes am attracted to that kind of thing. In 2000 census, people claimed the status of atheist, numbered 74,000 in this country. When the census was repeated in 2011, people claimed atheist status doubled, close to 150,000. As a priest, it bothers me, but it's reality. I know many of those are still spiritual people. Spiritual people who make great decisions for themselves and for those with whom they interact and encounter and meet and live with. I know they make good decisions. We have a minority, a very, very tiny minority, who are just intent on chaos, disruption, corruption, hate. The good thing is that we are outnumbering them. Great people like yourselves, and the children, and the people with whom you interact with and with whom you impact. You're creating a great bunch of people. I see a young generation coming up that gives me hope for a greater tomorrow. And I ask my friends that you continue to do your little part wherever you are. Start with Man in the Mirror. Michael Jackson sang Man in the Mirror. And go home after this. Oh, when you get the next chance to look into a mirror. Not too long into your rearview mirror. But you will be doing a review. And ask yourself pertinent questions. Look at that mirror and ask yourself pertinent questions. Who am I? What is my purpose here? What is my purpose here? Is it just to self-aggrandization? Just garner and have and own and boast and point and blame and is it just that? Is it just to have a good time? I see so many people having a good time. Sure, I love to have a good time. I encourage people to. Is it all about that? Is it about just you? Or yours? Or is there a wider purpose, a greater meaning to this thing we call life? You know, my friends, there are three lokas. Lokas in Sanskrit means worlds. Three worlds according to Hinduism. We have the world of heaven. And everybody wants to go to heaven. Everyone here wishes that Rudradev will attain heaven. I'm sure of how powerful. Heaven. Heaven is a permanent place. The second world is called Mrityu Loka. Mrit means death. Loka means world. The world of this earth is called the world of birth and death. Mrit really means death. But that which is born must die. The humans will die, the other animals will die, the mountains will die. It will come to an end. So the earth is actually temporary. The third world is called Narakalok, or Patal, means hell. And those, when you contemplate hell, you're thinking, okay, if I do something that will take me there, it's temporary, because I would eventually leave that realm and I'll find heaven again. We all want to go to heaven. It's the permanent place. It's where God is. What takes us to heaven? What I was explaining as I said last night. Good deeds. Deeds in Sanskrit we say karma. Good karma. Do good, and heaven's door shall be open for you. Good karma. This mind that says steal, don't steal, lie, don't lie, take without permission, don't take, love, hate, love, devil. This mind, we have to do good deeds. To do good deeds, we have to train the mind. We are not perfect. We have to train this mind. What helps us to train this mind? Very simple. 5 senses. Sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. All that we encounter, my friends, in life. What we see, what we touch, what we hold, what we hear. We have replaced bhajans with reggae. And hymns with rap. have no problem with that. But we have totally forgotten our songs of praise. We have totally forgotten some of our heritage, our cultural practices. And that maybe is affecting our senses, which is affecting our mind and our decision making, and eventually our heaven. My friends, the second thing I want you to think of and to contemplate and to be aware of when you look at the man in the mirror is to know that that face you see, that face looking back at you, your face, will never, never, never walk the face of this earth again. Never. Your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your child or children will never, never be yours again. And sometimes for reasons too simple for even a simple-minded person like me to contemplate, people fall out with their brother for 5 shillings and fall out with this one and not speaking terms and this and that and the other for nonsensical reasons. Nonsensical reasons. Be aware that you'll never walk the face of this earth again. Tomorrow may never come. I have done hundreds of funeral services, and how many people come and say, Pandit, I wish I had a chance to say, Mom, my pyar karta hu, I love you. Dad, I love you. But even in this moment, there are those who are not even contemplating that. Some people go to the box and say, Dad, wait for the deed. It's not about love. We have a chance to love today, to embrace each other today, to ask forgiveness today, to reconcile today. Tomorrow may never come. Tomorrow may never come. We say goodbye to our beloved son. And it's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Since this news, I have been consistently thinking of my sister. My brother-in-law and the 3 other children. I couldn't imagine, or I can't imagine what they're going through. I was in somewhat similar circumstances 16 years ago. My beloved friends, let us rethink tomorrow. Let us redefine tomorrow. And we have all had to do that. There are many people who have lost their jobs and they have to reconfigure tomorrow. There are many people who have lost a loved one and their whole plans have changed. Their life plans have changed. But it's never the end of the world until the world ends. Never the end of the world. Redefine your tomorrow. Recalculate, reconfigure. I never advise people to pray. We oftentimes use the word God. I don't know what God is. Because people call God by so many names, and some even claim that their God is more powerful than mine, and your mind is more powerful than... I don't know about that. I look at when I look at the Holy Quran, I see love, unity, togetherness, being a good dad, a good mom, a good student, a good friend, taking care of yourself. When I read the Holy Bible, it says the same thing. When I read my Bhagavad Gita, it says the same thing. I don't know about this God. So I turn to love and brotherhood and being my fellow's keeper and trying to be a good neighbor and a good father and a good pundit. And I think if we were all attempting that, we'll reach the same place. We'll be on the same page. May God bless your hearts, my friends. Again, may God bless you for your prayer. I could feel your energy. I could literally feel that energy. Thank you. Let me now turn you to my beloved Chandresh, my brother, who will take us through some other parts of this service. Thank you. But I can give you some words of comfort. I don't talk as much as Kurt. He took over from me. I think he took over from Sapandi to quite a few other people. So there's so much of information. And our focus is on our nephew, Rudra Deva. And I want to capture his last moments with you, so you will know what this life is all about. This audience is his work colleague, Dr. Prem Naidu, and they both work on Tuesday night. The last patient, Rudra, handed over on the telephone to his incoming colleague. That phone call was made about 12:45. Soon after, both doctors were taken against their will. We saw video clips that records a time of 1:32 a.m. 12:45 last phone call to take care of the referred patient. 1:32. Some minutes after, Rudra's body was removed from the trunk of his Seattle. That's a life, I think, for the attempted to talk about. Wednesday morning, my brother-in-law, Dr. Sharma, father of the deceased, and my son, we went to the forensic lab, and a gentleman who was sitting with us got about 25 phone calls. And each phone call he answered, "I'm not coming to office. Sorry, I will not be in office. I can't talk now." I would ask Dr. Tim Gopi Singh to talk with us for 2 minutes.
Sitaram Panditji. Good morning to everyone. I just want to express my sincere condolences to the family whom we have known for over 25 years, and to all those who are here this morning as friends and families to be with this Sharma family and to express your condolences. We all are frightened by the criminal situation in the country at the moment, and we are always on our guard as to what could happen to any member of our family. This is highly unacceptable, and we want to wish the family God's blessings, the strength and comfort at this time in your time of bereavement. And may God continue to bless this family and all of us here this morning, and those whose hearts are with the family, even they might not be here.
Thank you, Doctor. One of the colleagues of Rudra, Dr. Iran Pratap, is a dentist. They were in medical school together.
Thank you everyone for showing up to offer your condolences and support to the wonderful family of Dr. Sharma. I was fortunate enough to be a colleague of Rudra since the age of 11 through Presentation College, San Fernando, through Sea Scouts, studying through CXC, A-levels, and then into Mount Hope together. Basically everything that had to be said about Rudy was already said. Such a kind, compassionate, helpful individual, intelligent, always willing to go the extra mile for his friends, for his family. It's unfortunate today we have to go through this, as Mr. Gopi Singh said, it's not something that's acceptable, but we have to understand it's all God's will that whatever he chooses will happen. I'm really sorry to stand here today with such a good friend, a good brother to me, and it's almost surreal. But I ask you all to just think 1 minute, what would Rudy's message be? Rudra won't want hate, he won't want revenge. Rudra would want understanding, because as far as I know, he had a very good understanding of life. He was very spiritual, and being in the field of medicine, he would often speak of life and death. And I know that he would have that understanding, that belief that God will guide him home. I know that he would forgive any wrongdoings, and as he would often say, he would leave it up to God. So I'd like to just ask you to bear in your minds and your hearts love for others. No matter what the situation may be, God will be the judge of everything. And remember to pray and to stay hopeful. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything your family has done for me. Thank you for everything Rudradeva has done for his friends and his family. And I ask you all again to forgive and to pray. To keep praying for our nation, for our citizens, and for situations such as this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm going to be correct with this first that Rudra was a child to the Pandis, to Uma, who's a second mother, to his Uncle Bas and the girls. It's the first time in my life Mr. Pandey is only able to speak. Pandit was saying his children tell their parents, I love you. Rudy's mom, my sister, and his sister, Meenakshi, came up from London 10 days ago. They went and spent some time. My niece had her first baby. The baby's 6 weeks. Of course, no passport, no vaccination, so the baby can't travel. And the mother was told, you can't leave the 6 weeks old baby. But she insisted to be here, and she's here. But anyways, when the mother and daughter came back, the mother's asking, so how things, Rudra? And Rudra said to his mother, Mommy, don't ever leave me so long. I love you too much. He also said, but Daddy took good care of me. Imagine Dave cooking for Rudra. But we found out it was only porridge and bread and cheese. But he did well. I was saying, Rudy has been a doctor for 15 years. In the last 5 years that I can recall, he has not taken a day off. He's worked every day. In fact, 2-3 times a year I'd call with Rudra. Rudy, why you're late? And you leave in first too? Always in the hospital. Ward rounds, full hours. I want to ask Rudy's aunt to say a few words. The leader of the opposition, Mrs. Pandit, Mrs. Kamala. I'm a little bit confused here.
think it's the leader opposition on new hairstyle. I hope she and Oma ain't gonna be the same hairdresser.
Sitaram, everyone. Okay, Chad, we can forgive you for the mistake. If Mrs. Paddy will accept me, I will be her sister. And the Paddy family has been very close to this family. And for all of us here today, I think we're here as friends, but really as family. I've known this child as a child. I've seen him grow before my eyes. To grow and blossom and become the best that he could have been. Married, deaf. And there can be nothing more painful for a parent to see a child pass before the parent. But Panditji made a very good, in his katha, Panditji was really good today. Panditji said, we live today, but we know when we are born, there's one thing that is certain in our lives, is that we will die. What we do not know is when, where, and how. And therefore, Panditji made a good point. You said the song was another singer who sang that song. If tomorrow never comes, will you know how much I loved you? You know that song? If I could sing, I would sing it for you because it's true. For us as parents, as brothers, as sisters, as mothers, and every mother today I know of, well, it's so painful. This child was a child to me, Mary, you know that. Every father, but father, I know it's painful, but for a mother, every mother sitting here today will feel that pain. Every mother in this country is crying. Roger is just one of many. And what do we do about it? What do we say? Panditji tells us, it's not about heaven or hell, it's about love. And therefore, if tomorrow never comes, what do we do today? Will you tell him, did you tell him how much I loved you? If tomorrow never comes, will you know that I love you and every way I tried it, every way to show you every day my love? And Rudra was a child like that. I know he was a child. You know, stories are going all about the world. But never forget Rudra was a victim of a heinous crime. We must never forget that. Whatever, whenever, however, he was a victim of a heinous crime. Teachers will come to me, they'll write their stories, whatever, but no, we loved him as a child. For every one of us sitting here, he was our child. And what can you say to parents they haven't married? What can you say? What can we say? There's nothing we can say except, Mom, Ma, Pa, you were good parents to him. You raised him in the best of life. You raised him in the best, knowing and loving him in that way. And therefore, today as you mourn and you grieve, I know you will think what you did not do, what you said, what you did not say, but you always knew if tomorrow never comes. And so for his sisters, his mom, his dad, family, all here, we praise him. We pay tribute to the son of our soil who made us all proud as a young man, as a young child. He went to school and he learned, you know, they say, children go to school and learn. He did everything that was right. He went to school, he learned, yes? He bettered himself, he made his parents proud, his family proud, he did everything. And then what did he not do? Did he deserve this death? And that is why we mourn more. You know, when a parent gets old here, a parent must go first, huh? How can a parent see a child? How can you take a child away? So what comfort we could give to these parents here today? What comfort can we give to the parents throughout the length and breadth of our land? And what do we do about it? We come here today, we cry, we sing, Pandit give a nice kata, we all talk, and what do we do? A child has been torn out of your womb, what do you do? Every day in this country, children are being gunned murdered, and what do? We come and go in the funerals, and what do? We cry. Yes? Everybody here today is crying, I know that. Everybody yesterday, and day, and the day, and the days. Here in the south, in the north, in the east, in the west, we're all crying. But what do we do? What do we do? What do we say? Panditji, what do we say? You say, God and hell and heaven. What do we say, Panditji? What? You said the change must come. We must make that change to get this country going. Again, I'm not here about politics tonight, or today, or tomorrow. I'm not about that. Because I grieve as a mother. I know this boy as a child. My own grandson is here today with me. He was crying, coming to me. This is our children. Take out of our bones, mummies. Mama, oh God, Mary, I don't know how to express grief to you. But we must not leave today and say, Rudra went in vain. We must band together and work together. We must make that change. Panditji tell us this inside of us, but you know what? Your own child, your own mama, your own papa, you know what? If tomorrow never comes, did you tell them that you love them? That was what Panditji was saying. In our lifetime. Also the family, I'm very sorry for your loss. My words cannot express the feeling that everyone sitting here. I see Carlos, your face is such a pain, Carlos. I see our brother. I see my colleagues. I see friends. I see sisters. I see brothers and friends. So what do I leave? What message, We could come and talk and grieve and all the great things in the world. What is the message? I think Panditji gave us the best message. If tomorrow never comes. For Rudra, tomorrow will never come again. For all of us sitting here, they may be here tomorrow. So if tomorrow never comes, what do you do today? Did you try in every way to tell that someone that you love, to show in every way that you are my only one, you're my love? So when you leave here, all the guys who like to shout down the wife, make sure as you're leaving, tell them I love you. And all the ladies who like to quarrel too, make sure and tell your loved one, I love you. Because tomorrow may never come. Panditji, I had a few words here, but you better in the scriptures than I am. But I had it typed out so I can say it. I want to say these words for you from the Gita, from the holy text. I do not want to take too much of your time. My heart is as heavy as yours today as we say goodbye to this very special young man. But what we do know, we can celebrate his life as a son of Trinidad and Tobago who made parents proud, made family proud, and made all of us who knew him very proud. So as we mourn, I want you to remember the words Lord Krishna says to Arjuna in the Gita. The spirit is neither born nor does it die at any time. It does not come into being or cease to exist. It is unborn, eternal, permanent, and primeval. The spirit is not destroyed. It is only that the body is destroyed. And so we will see Rudra in another time, in another place, because the spirit is not dead. It is merely the vehicle and the vessel. So Panditji, there's a special song, if you can help me to sing it, eventually. So that is why we say, spirit is free, body is destroyed. And you can join us.
पिंजरे के पंछी गिरे तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, बाहर से तू खामोश रहे है, भीतर भीतर रोई रे, हे भीतर भीतर रोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, पिंजरे के पंछी रे कह न सके तू जिंदगानी रे कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे विधि न तेरी कथा लिखी आंसू में कलम डुबोए तेरा तेरा सब गाइए पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को the bhajan is saying, my friends, within तेरी कथा लिखी आंसू में कलम डुबोए, that the vidhi, the methodology, or that which governs your life has already been written. Likhna means to write. It's already the key. It's written. Asu mein kalam. Kalam means pen. The pen of God has already written your life for you. Jump high, jump low. What is written for you tomorrow will come to pass.
Senior Arnold.
Thank you very much. I'll get it right now. Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bisesa, leader of the opposition. I was telling you about Rudy's routine. I'm going to tell you a little bit of his mother's routine. Every morning, without exception, the mother, Mary, will wake up early, wake up Rudra, and she will come downstairs and prepare his breakfast and his lunch. He's vegetarian. I guess in hospital there's now a canteen. And she would insist Rudra take breakfast, eat breakfast, take his lunch, and Rudra would do something. He'd leave 2 kaur of food. One for his mommy and one for Meenakshi. Mary will walk out Rudra to his car, pick a flower, and put it in his car. He is a devotee of Lord Shiva, and she put it in flower by Lord Shiva. That's every day. So if tomorrow doesn't come, Rudra knows mommy love him. Mommy knows Rudra love her plenty. 2 years ago, I was at the home of a close friend, Harun Awadi. Rudra went with me. It was Eid day. Not because I'm greedy, we tried to go to many homes on that day. And when I tell Rudy time to go, he was talking with a distinguished gentleman. So I sent somebody to say, tell Rudy I'm ready to go. In 10 minutes and he didn't come. And Rudy's a very disciplined child. So a few minutes I went, and he was talking with the next speaker. And I said hello to the next speaker. And I said, you have to go elsewhere. He said, Chan, this man is real deep boy. I enjoyed speaking with him. I want to invite former President Anthony Kamala to share a few thoughts with us. Justice Kamala.
I have been in the criminal justice system all my life. And in the context of pain, anguish, hurt, and emotional trauma, that has been my daily diet as a prosecutor, as a judge, and as a United Nations prosecutor. I have seen pain and hurt beyond compare. To the extent that time and time again I would tell people, based on what I have personally experienced of man's trauma, I feel as if I have been to hell and back. And the reason why I am speaking in these terms is that not for one moment will I be indifferent. Not for one moment will I be insensitive to the trauma faced by families, because each man's death diminishes me. And ladies and gentlemen, as the Honorable Opposition Leader stated just a while ago, for whom the bells toll, they will toll for thee, each of us. Each of us. And I can tell you something, that I have known the Sharma family all my life, basically. They're an institution in Faizabad. They're well respected. And I can tell you from the note of Faizabad, the whole of Faizabad has been traumatized by this death. Apart from that, because I am on a website, the Presentation College alumni website, I can tell you, I was brought to tears time and time again when I saw the very formidable statements, the very hurting statements of grief by every student who went to Presentation College, those who didn't know him, those who heard about him, and those who are still present. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we are in fact become a country of great stress and trauma. Man's inhumanity to man continues to straddle each facet of our life. And we have to do something about it, because I can tell you, when I was walking in, I was privileged to hear the pundits speak about the power of love. I was further privileged to hear the doctor speak about forgiveness. And this, to my mind, is one of the areas that we need to work on, we need to recalibrate our humanity to each other. We need to emphasize the power of compassion, the power of love, the power of mercy, and the power of forgiveness. I know sometimes, in fact, I'm speaking to the family here, doctor, sister, mom. It's very easy to speak in these glowing philosophical terms. But when you go home to emptiness. There is an emotional lacuna that you will experience every second of the day. And that is why we have to invoke the power of God and the power of prayer to give us a sense of ease, a sense of solace, and a sense of comfort. And I want you to rest assured that when in fact they spoke of the doctor here, they spoke about service. Because I can tell you personally, we all here in South have felt the trauma of going to San Fernando General Hospital. We have seen the pain and the anguish and casualty. We have seen what doctors do, continuously easing the pain of those in need of care with limited resources. And when I hear the term service used to characterize his life, that to my mind is the epitome of our responsibility as human beings to each other. Service, unadulterated service, without asking back for anything in return. And this is why, in fact, I can tell you all my life I have lived by what I refer to as my platinum rule. I have never lived by the golden rule. The golden rule is one that do unto others as they would have them do unto you. But I believe in the platinum rule. Do good and be good and expect nothing back in return. In other words, doing good is not based on reciprocity. It has its own positives. And this is what, in fact, Rudy here did at the hospital, caring for patients. In fact, when I heard, in fact, he had not taken leave for such a long time, that demonstrates, to my mind, unadulterated service. And this is what you have to luxuriate in as parents, as sisters, as siblings. The fact that your brother, your son made a difference in the lives of men. I mean, this is a reflection of our concern and our love for him. We all here, standing, sitting, all enveloped in hurt and pain. You heard, in fact, the Honorable Opposition Leader spoke from being a mother, from being, in fact, someone who feels the loss of a child and can fully empathize with what you all are going through as a family. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to do better. We have to do better in Trinidad and Tobago. We have to make a change We have to, in fact, create a human revolution in our individual lives to make this place a better place. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't, we are, in fact, heading for a disaster. You all seem to forget that, in fact, it was Pope Francis, it was Pope John Paul II, who came and told us that we are the rainbow country of the world, just like the Desmond Tutu. In other words, we have been given the responsibility as a nation to save this world of ours by being different and by being, in fact, humanely revolutionary in terms of how we treat each other. South grieves in a way that no one can imagine. And I can tell you, we must continue, we must stop trivializing life in Trinidad and Tobago. As a judge, I stated it, and they came at me, and I will say it again. We tend to trivialize life by saying that certain deaths are gang-related, that certain deaths are drug-related. We tend to, in fact, cast calumny on the victim, that the victim was into something. But ladies and gentlemen, there is no greater reality than the sanctity of human life. And I can tell you something, I travel all over the world even after as president. And I have to be defending my country over and over this murder rate that is taking place. Because we are being judged by our murder rate. We are being judged by our human violence towards each other. We are being judged by the fact that stores and shops and parlors are closing at sunset. We are being judged by parents having to pick up their children from school to drop them to classes just 100 yards, 100 meters away. This is what we are being judged by. So that, in fact, I'm hoping that the legacy that the doctor left with us, a legacy of service, a legacy of compassion, a legacy of care, that we will, in fact, when we leave here, take that back into our daily lives and into our collective lives to make Trinidad and Tobago a better place. We grieve, and we have to invoke the power of God to ease our pain. I know, man, it's not easy. It can never be easy. You invested so much in this young man, just to, in fact, be taken away at the whim of criminal activity. I want to, on behalf of my wife, who's not here, she's ill, she has the flu, flat in bed, and the rest of my family, my daughter Amira and my son Christian, and the whole family trip, the whole of Superior Road, the whole of Faizabad Superior Road, you know, that we express our deepest condolence to the family, our grief. And Chandris, I know you have been a stalwart in this family. Continue to be the stalwart that you are, to bring a sense of comfort, reason, you know, in your whole mediative poise. Because I listened to you on television and there was something very encompassing, something embracing, something very humanitarian when you stated it can happen to any one of us. You know, it was a very selfless statement to make, and I commend you for that. Be the brother, be the father, be the cousin, be the uncle, for all of the siblings. Ladies and gentlemen, let us invoke the power of God. That in fact that our good brother here will go into paradise, will in fact be embraced by the Almighty. That in fact he will be told, come into my fold, good and faithful servant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Rudy worked the last 7.5 or maybe 8 years in the Department of Medicine. His boss is here, head of department, Dr. Neil Bhagwandas, and my family would like you to share some thoughts with us. We're not going to ask you to give us the compensation for the overtime.
I'd like to thank the
family for giving me the privilege of speaking here today. I stand today as one of Ruby's colleagues. So here lies a young man who spent the first 18 or so years of his life struggling, studying hard, going to school, studying all hours, makes himself a doctor. And then he spends the rest of his life saving humanity. Trekking the floors of San Fernando Hospital all hours of day and night. Seeing sunset in the evening, suns rise in the morning, and trekking the floors, ensuring that people could go home to their relatives alive and well, and see their children and spend another day with them. Unfortunately, he did not have that privilege. He left us doing what he did best, serving humanity. Up to his last moments, he worked on the floors of San Fernando Hospital. I also had the privilege of working with his dad as an intern many years ago. And as the saying goes, like father, like son, quiet, polite, humble. Anywhere Rudy saw me, morning sir, how you going? And I would feel like a school teacher. I remarked many times about the humbleness of his boy. So today, Dr. Sharma, the wife, we can only express our grief, but nobody really knows the hurt and the pain it goes through. But what I can say is that anything you can do, any point of time, day, night, whenever you feel free to contact us. We have 170 plus doctors in the Department of Medicine, and they're all connected. And thanks for having me. Our please.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I'm a little bit, I'm very surprised. You're very much on time. The first time I was doing a funeral, and finishing before the scheduled time. So, before I bring the last speaker, I'll ask all of you to say what you want to say loudly. You have nothing to say. So, I will invite your sister, Renica, to the support of brother.
To be rich is not what you have in your bank account, but what you have in your heart. This describes my brother, Rujadeva Sharma. My dear beloved elder brother, Rujadeva, was born on 26th of June 1981 in Trinidad to our beloved parents, Dr. Haranyadeva Sharma and Mayuri Sharma. He celebrated his first birthday in England, where my dad was doing his postgraduate medical studies. As a child growing up, Rudy was always very active, playfully adorable, and had a beautiful smile that always somehow captured the hearts of those he came into contact with. Rudy attended San Fernando Boys RC School from 1986 to 1993. He had a passion for karate, martial arts at an early age, and was awarded a brown belt in 1991. Rudy attended Presentation College San Fernando from 1993 to 2000 and gained 10 CXC passes with 7 1s and 4 GCSE A-level subjects with all A profiles. Additionally, he was awarded certificates of distinction by the Australian Mathematics Olympiad in 1996 and the Canadian Mathematics Olympiad in 1997. He was always very disciplined and diligent and actively participated in extracurricular activities involving sports and Indian culture. Rudy's favorite musical instrument was the guitar, and he was a tremendously skillful and talented self-taught guitarist. He loved science and mathematics so much that he had his very own microscope, telescope, and science set. Perhaps this would explain why he always carried a piece of paper and pen in his shirt pocket in which he wrote his encoded formulae and messages. Rudy was awarded a scholarship in science and entered the medical faculty at UWI, Mount Hope, in 2001, where he graduated with the MBBS degree in 2007. He completed internship at San Fernando General Hospital in 2008 and has been working there since, mainly in internal medicine and in the infectious disease unit. He was subsequently awarded a postgraduate diploma in HIV management by UE in 2017. 2 years after, in 2019, the University of Washington granted him a certificate of clinical management of HIV. Socially speaking, his likings and interests were unique from the majority, and aside from playing the guitar, Rudy enjoyed watching kung fu movies, spending quality time in deep meditation, in his journey to spiritual enlightenment. As his sister, I can recall having deep conversations with him about praying and becoming more connected to the spiritual world. This was one of his strongest personal beliefs and greatest teachings to my siblings and I. And he selflessly followed through with it. At times, it was too deep for me to understand, and this made me realize a few things. His true calling is far beyond this earth and into a world of reflection, meditation, and purity. He was kind-hearted, humble, gentle in every which way, and incredibly generous for this material world. He never expected anything in return for his kindness and pure heart. Rudy mentioned on several occasions that his dream was to go to the Himalayas and meditate as a monk as a means of enlightenment. This helping others. You have touched the lives of many in a positive way. These qualities have made us as your siblings and parents exceedingly proud. We adore you, love you to bits, and have an immense amount of respect for you. As much as it hurts, it gives us great comfort knowing you are on your way to a world where you can attain true happiness, flourish, and find everlasting peace. Even in your last breath, you gave up your own life to save another. Nothing can be more admirable than that. Rudy, your passing has left a great void in our family that can never be filled. Life will never be the same again. You will forever hold a place in our hearts. We love you, heirs. May Lord Krishna bless your soul. Jai Sri Krishnaye Namaha.
Thank you very much, Venu. Very strong. Make us very proud. Venu said, the Ruby she knows will give us life. Not only in the service of others, but to protect others. The survivor in this accident, the vehicle flipped, and those of you saw the flip, it's 12 flips. Last phone call, 12:45. Video recording 1:32 a.m. Dr. Naidu says you really saved his life. This Rudy is on top of him. And the car flipping so many times. So we'll do plenty talk about guitar. Rudy, guitar partner is here. I saw Mitch walking with Rudy's guitar. Did you find a guitar player, Mitch?
Yeah, give him a minute.
Tune in, Rudy, the guitar you need to tune in. Anyways, media is here, Juliet, you say, and as you indicated, thank you very much. Feel free to come and take any shots you need. And
I know you have questions of Rudy's two cousins, Dr. Louis Parsan and Kiran Singh, who is also the president of the Greater Santiago Chamber, will meet you on the outside and answer your question. I will join. So, can we get the musicians here? This song, just sung by Ruby's friend. They've been practicing this song, and they was going to release it will make an album in February. We are asking you to continue doing the song in whichever fashion, and we will lend assistance. And it is going to bring the proceedings to a close. The arrangements was parked in Paria Suites, and of course we want to thank the management for allowing us to park, and all the security officers who have assisted us. We've had tremendous support from all of you. Every night, we've been communicating with you on the social media, by WhatsApp, etc. And we continue to send all those information. The hearse will wait for you down the hill by Fire Suites. Please do overtake it. There's sufficient parks on the creek. The creek never runs the park. So your spot is reserved. Not on the top, the parking lot open. So, energy. Sri Mahakrishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. My beloved, as we begin to wrap up, I intended to complete our service at about 11:26. Not doing too bad.
Disconnect this.
Let me just leave you with a couple of
Charlene, tell me if you get any audio there now. Alright. That one? That one?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, tell me if you get any audio. Everything correct. Everything correct here. You get it? Alright. No, that's it. Alright, just... Alright, you're gonna have plenty of movement. Alright, this is what I'm saying. When you're going live, right? You're gonna have plenty of movements, people are gonna be walking in front of the camera and all those things. So I'm gonna have to pick up the camera and move around with the tripod on it too. Alright? And if it's anything, I would take the camera out of the tripod and walk around because that might be the more ideal thing because I'll get plenty of blood. Alright, so yeah. The signal breaking up here. Repeat this out. Yeah, the burn. Alright, no problem. Yeah. No, you wouldn't be able to. Yeah. Alright, no problem. As soon as the body is out cold. Alright. Once you start like this, then they'll cut. So what I'll do, if it's anything, if this is something now, right? Right. Take off this the remote. Right? Alright, I can hold this too. Right?
And I come with you, I go follow, I go shadow you.
I gotta hold this too. So if I open the LCD out.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll hold on to your shoulder and you'll take me cue and you pass the stop. Very normal.
I'll stay wide all the time. I'll stay
Yeah.
So we can walk up there and just remind me we are called Charlene as soon as the body reaches.
Okay. You go up there and find out and see or?
No, the body, when the person will be coming in. Hey. Alright, now we'll do that. I'll hold it like that too.
Yeah.
And you have in that mic. Just remember when the light the mic on, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll leave in the sun so you get that, they'll see the signal coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won't know about it.
Take off the mic in the meantime or leave it?
How much bars it have in there?
It's a one boy.
One? Yeah, switch it off. Switch it off and switch out the back here. This.
Oh, okay.
The other ones, you have to open it and inside the pack, you on and out switch it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. good, very good. That's good. That's not kidding. I'm trying to get like you.
Okay. Try it. You. We have an effort. We'll get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Love me too, okay?
Fire sound alright? Good finish. Let's check this main cable here, right? Okay, only one bit of power. While moving, these things just come out and you didn't even realize
You
they
didn't
come out.
realize. Now I go make sure everything where you want to get the body coming down here or you want to get it from up there?
They will come somewhere quite long and stuff like that. They come, pick out the body, and then you go do a ritual, and then carry down, do a nice ritual 7 times, but then they do 5 or 7 times, and then they go from there and go straight down to the side, and then five members of the male family, they have a long stick like that, and they go around the fire and open it. That's right. This one has separate camera to come out your shots on not just you can't get much shots. Namaste.
Can we go so now? Yes, we walking up. Okay.
We got to call it in the office and when they go live. They should be watching the video so then to know when they...
Well, yeah, if we live right now, if we are this scene, well,
everybody is out for I'll tell them when we go up there and we start down, then go live.
They're coming down now, eh?
All right, fine.
You know, sometimes when you speak on Fox Way or wherever they implement, sometimes some people understand what really think about something and they give their verdict and so on. But would it be anything like that, so there will be questions like, you know, so how do you think about the principle over there, you know? It would be anything like that, so
no.
Nobody will be on the top, but just you're taking the, you know, what's it from?
Yeah, well, we record the intention, the burning, but apart from that, we are asking.
Okay. Because I know I did with the smoke camera I see and I'm just trying to go for the burning. And all right, once
what you wanted to say though?
no, well, like I said, I am knowing that I was so close to them and we shared the week before Christmas dinner and we talk and so on. The father is very close to my brother and one of my sisters. That they're like a family to us after this way. So I don't know if you have anything to say. You say, well, it's really sad to lose such a son of the soil who was such a he was so helpful to our nation and being a doctor and looking after people and assisting. He was a help to the nation when he had studied and practiced. But I don't want to be complimented where he studied and to save lives. And it would have been so nice at a young age that he had lived much longer, that he would have, whatever was his occupation, he would have continued it in the sense of, as much as the hospital always shortage of doctors, it would have been a nice thing to know that we have these doctors here, and they had to fill in even one call, or, you know, something like that. So, that is what, if I have to say, it's a sad situation, and this sort of tragic way. And it would have been so good to know that the parents have lived to see the children fulfill their duties that they were studied and so forth, and to see them even had a family and settled and their grandchildren also. And it all depends on what it is that you have. And if you say that they don't have, they won't be talking to anyone, and that I respect it. But it didn't arrive at this, because the people stand up, but I should make for everything inside the river to say, I don't want to lose the shade.
this, the channel 2 always go as a white song, and channel 1. So it was plugged in the channel 1, so I thought it was the other one.
Okay, cool. Okay, true. Okay. So Ian don't normally come to things like this. I thought he'd have come like that. I thought he'd have here. Well, actually being here now, make me think, oh, how come he not here? You know?
Probably somewhere I see last week come and meet us. But I say you get to have it night.
Marcus, you know this fella in the black, down to the back here on the phone, and the black blazer, wallet man, he look familiar to you? No, not really, okay. Yeah. But I don't know.
Just put it on my shirt. Just put it on my shirt. Yeah, but don't say it. Smoke.
The rain coming, yeah, that's right.
Everybody, yeah.
Shit, you know, the mic can take from now, right?
No, this is not that one.
No, this one,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm making one all the time. So I think that when I come on, they get the camera. Okay, remember you only have one by now.
Today on Facebook. Oh, so this
Sorry. Reach home later, yeah. That shampoo here, boy. Smoke. Yeah. Seriously?
No, like, but it goes in and they ask
I wash my clothes too.
only have one shoot.
Serious?
How much you got?
Two. Yeah, get next one tomorrow. You get one.
You see anybody?
You going mobile, right?
If you're in comment, I'll say right here.
Keep your eyes dim. But so I see a van coming now. But it's not. It do look like it's the yeah, coming in there. Alright, so which mic on it? This one mic. The most recent one I call.
So when I stop down, you can stop the light. Right, have everything in. Gonna disconnect.
Remote off? You good?
You see the phone out? You just so. No, you want to hold me. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. You watch me, right? Yeah, I just shut the tube, bro.
all about here, so even on that side. And then,
I want to get like all the people that are watching.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know when she going live.
Well, if she says she live, you act as though we live through. Oh, yeah, I'm to call her to
Yeah, call her, fine.
Yeah, you're live on us? You're on us? Okay. It connecting right now, so in about a minute or two. Okay, we just... Okay, cool, yeah. She said connecting now, so I'll give them about a minute or so. Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
Which side? On which side? On your right? Your side?
Any side,
Stay on your left, yeah.
ऐसा दीन दयाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला शिव शंकर रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर
Excuse me.
Okay, as soon as I get up.
Thank you, friends. Blessed folks, brothers and sisters, to record those who join us at the house. We deeply appreciate this. And we have a moment where you can have a view of
Ready for me, from the dress.
No, stay.
Go back. Step back.
Were you dancing here?
I want to mash somebody too. Oh, sorry. Camera people want to pass through.
That's not shh.
No, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Tell her follow the Bluetooth. No, sorry.
Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न केवल हारा हो, और कोई न केवल हारा हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो। जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। ओम श्री विष्णु ओम नमः परम आत्मने पुराण पुरुषोत्तम अध्याय श्री ब्रह्मणो निद्युच्य परार्धे श्वेतवारः कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वान्तरे अष्टविंशतितमे कलियुगे कलिप्रथम चरणे भूलोके जम्बूद्वीपे होरावतारे मुक्तां संवत्सरे ओम श्री शवपूजनं नमस्कारं समर्पयामि। शवपूजनं रुजतीनां प्रेतस्य
शर्मा कुली श्री चंद्र गोत्र ओम परिधावी संवत पौष मास कृष्ण पक्ष दशमी तिथि चंद्र स्थिति सूर्य स्थिति श्री यथा लगन यथा योग यथा करना नमस्कारम समर्पयामि तीसरा पिंड परिधानम नमस्कारम प्रतिकृताम पिंड परिधानम नमस्कारम समर्पयामि ओम श्री कृष्णार्पणम। ओम श्री यम द्वारि महागौरी दीपदानम हितार्थे समर्पयामि यम द्वारि महागौरी दीपकरदानम नमस्कारम मया देते तमोपतिष्ठतां विष्णु चरणं समर्पितं रुद्रदेवानां चार्थ प्रेतस्य जीवात्मा शांति कल्याण शर्मा कुली चंद्र गोत्र नमस्कारम दीपकरदान समर्पयामि। राम नाम सत्य है। Careful folks. ओम श्री राम नाम सत्य है राम नाम सत्य है। We face this way. You take the, no, not everybody, just the folks. Yeah? Take the box, hold the cloth against the handle. Some other Kusugan come here. Kusugan come by that. Hold us up. And we lift into our shoulders. 3, 2, 1.
You go more on that side. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। Folks, those who wish to have a view, please, you can do so and then circle back.
Hello, to come here. Yes, hello, Polo to come up here. Yes, hello. Right.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
No.
Hrishikesham. Idam Kiradam Hrishikesham Rakshatum Sarvato Dishaha. Purve Rakshatu Vadaha Agayam Garudvajaha. Dakshine Padmanavastu Naidam Madhusudanaha. Paschime Chaiva Govinda Vayavayatu Janardanaha. Uttare Shri Dhare Rakshi Ishanitu Maheshwaraha. Udham Rakshatu Dhata Bho Shri Rakshatu Idam Dasha Dishu Rakshet Vasudeva Janardanaha. One more. Shri Vishnu Om Namaha Paramatmane Puran Purushotama Adhyaya Shri Brahmano Nidyacha Padarde Shri Tavaraha Kalte Vaivasataman Bankare Ashtavinchitami Kali Yogi Kali Prakam Chanani Bhuluki Jambud Viki Bhaudavatarī Muktam Samvatsari Om Idam Shri Rudradevanam Prithyasya Jivatma Shanti Kalyanam Shri Sharma Pulhi Shandala Gotra Om Idam Shri Pindapari Chautam Pindaparidanam Hitarte Namaskaram Chaturam Pindaparidanam Namaskaram Sankalpam Purya Om Idam Shri Vishnave Namaha Govindaye Namo Namaha Paramatamaye Namo Namaha Namaskaram Samarpayami Pindaparidanam Mayadeti Tavopatishtam Vishnu Charanam Samarpayami Om Idam Shri Jalakaridanam Namaskaram Samarpayami Mayadeti Tavopatishtam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Om Shri Yamdwari Mahagore Deepadanam Namaskaram Mayadeti Tavopatishtam Yamdwari Mahagore Deepadanam Namaskaram Mayadeti Tavopatishtam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Yamdwari Mahagore Deepadanam Namaskaram Mayadeti Tavopatishtam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Muns, watch your foot. Ramanam Satya Hai. Ramanam Satya Hai. My friends, if anyone did not yet have a chance to view and you so wish, please. Good final farewell. Carefully fire at your feet, right here. Yeah. Careful, please. Take it. 3, 2,
You're going on this side, right?
No, just come. No, drop it a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Go forward. Sure.
Come back. Sri Vishnu Namaha Paramatmane Punam Purushotama Adhya Shri Right. Namaskaram Samarpayami Namaskaram Patigattam Om Idam Shri Pancham Sindhu Paridhanam Hitasya Mayadi Patigattam Murjadis Devana Hitasya Kritasya Namaskaram Purahi Sri Shadhana Namaskaram Samarpayami Sri Idam Shri Pujam Samarpayami Pujam Samarpayami Yam Dwari Mahagori Deepakaradanam Namaskaram Mayadi Tidvapati Katam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Yam Dwari Mahagori Deepakaradanam Samarpyam Yam Dwari Mahagori Deepakaradanam Mayadi Tidvapati Katam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Vishnu Charanam Samarpitam Ramanam Satya Pritasya Rujadevanam Pritasya Jivatma Shanti Om Pritasya Prityantam Excuse me. Have you just got a room beside that side, please? Go out there, please.
Oh, Abbas.
Sure. Right there.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to read privately, please. Thank you.
Pull. Let's hold it straight so that I can see this still on there. Alright, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, you can take over the live link or just it.
Oh, nice, man. Congrats, man. Well done. Yeah, I know easy how hard it is to handle. I know who you're sure.
Yeah. Alright, this one coming out.
Take out this, right?
Take out this. Take it.